Mornings are more fun.
With Anele and the club. Hey!
And you.
On 947.
It is at 10 after 7 with Anele and the club. Justin Bieber with Quavo. This is Intentions. And we've been hyping this up since 5 to 6 this morning that Miss South Africa is going to be here. She walks in here. She's a picture of grace and peace and beauty. And Frankie bumps into her.
I'm sorry. And she was holding a tea and I spilled some tea on her shoe. I'm so sorry.
Shudufhadzo Musida!
My name is Shudufhadzo Musida, and I'm representing the beautiful province of Limpopo. I'm a philosophy, politics, and economics graduate, and currently pursuing my postgraduate in international relations. I still cannot believe that me, a girl from a small village in Venda, gets an opportunity to be part of such a huge platform.
It is a new dawn, South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, your 62nd Miss South Africa, Shudufhadzo Musida.
So as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of pageants, Shudufhadzo, right? When did you start being a fan of pageants? Because I remember being 8 years old and scoring, sitting with a scorecard. And as the goals would come out, I'd score them and give it to my mom. And then so I'd get it right sometimes. I've got a pretty good strike rate. But I mean, that was my dream, to be a judge. And I suppose I'm living it. You are now the crown.
I was about to say, talk about manifesting on your side.
Right.
But for me, I think it was also when I was about 8 years old. I would be sitting in front of my grandfather's TV on the floor, and I was just watching. I'm like, oh, these women are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. But I always felt like, no, maybe this is not for me because I cannot manage hair to save my life. I can hardly manage braids to save my life. So I was like, maybe I need to fix that up first before I could enter something like this. And then I think my dream became a reality when Zozi won last year. I'm like, oh, so it's for everyone. It's not just for specific people. Like, you don't have to look a certain way because this is basically an empowerment platform. So I was like, okay, I want to try this. What do I have to do?
So was this the first time you entered?
It was my first time entering any pageant.
Wow.
Any pageant?
Because I have stage fright. That was another thing I didn't enter, like the South African pageant. Because when I had to do English speeches at school, I started sweating and itching. So I'd be like, and then my teacher would be like, it's okay, my love.
It's just sit down.
It's okay. So that was me. I could never speak in public. So for the longest time, I was like, I can never do like Miss South Africa. Because if they had to ask me questions, I'd stand there and I'd just fumble.
But that's so strange because at the pageant, you were so composed when it came to, the question and your manifesto. How did you work yourself from, this person who's so shy to ultimately taking the crown?
I think the more like the competition went on because it was 5 months. So initially when I entered, I was like, okay, I sent the video to my friends. I'm like, what do you guys think? I had like 4 different videos. And when I did that was like, okay, that was a big thing for me because this is going to be posted on social media. Everyone is going to see it. So like you're actually putting yourself out there. So when I made it, I think it just started getting easier. And I remember we had an interview with the judges. I remember preparing so much, like these are the questions that they're going to ask. When I get there, What's your favorite guilty pleasure? I'm like,
that's not a question.
I'm like, so this is what it's about. All you have to do is just be yourself, okay? So I just went off, and then like that started making me feel like better about it, And then I started going past like doing interviews with radio stations, and as I did it, I was like, okay, this is not too bad.
This is easy.
This is okay. This is easy. And then eventually, I think by the time I got to the I think it was rehearsals, I was like, okay, no, this is my moment, because I was hyping I have videos on my phone because I've always believed, how Beyonce takes like videos
of herself and then she watches afterwards and then she crits herself.
And not even that, but she keeps them for like later, for like life is but a dream. I've been doing that since 2017. So like there's a video on my laptop with Forever Young playing in the background. I'm just being weird like Beyonce's doing, because I always felt like this moment would come. So dress rehearsals come and I'm like, okay, this is your moment.
This is it.
This is it.
So you're basically telling me that you're ready for a 1-hour documentary. Can somebody call Netflix?
Yeah. I am, because I was like, this is good material. So while I was coming down,
this is the kind of stuff they show.
This is the kind of stuff they show. So when I'm coming down the escalators, going to dress rehearsals, I'm like, this is the day before the finale. We are about to win this thing. So I had it all planned out in my head, because one day there's going to be a documentary on Shudufhadzo Musida, and everyone is going to be watching from the hotel rooms in Cape Town. I was doing the Forever Young dance to the elevators to just before the show, and everyone was like, "Why are you so calm? Why are you so calm?" It was because I had been preparing for this moment, not maybe specifically this moment, but the moment where I get to use my voice, where I get to actually speak and not sweat and not itch and just be myself, you know. So when I got on that stage, I was like, okay,
I got this.
And then they asked me a question on dress rehearsals. I was like, okay, I'm not prepared for this, but you always have to be prepared.
Just rehearsals. Nobody's watching. We good.
No, but like in my mind, I was like, this is the actual show, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna perform, because in my mind, you always have to be ready, like always have to be ready. So I was like, okay, let me answer this. Final night comes. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy myself. Think about this as if this is like Coachella and this is your moment and everyone is watching.
There's a lot of Beyonce here. Do you guys?
There's a fan happening right
No,
there.
like I watched Life is But a Dream. I was just like, okay, this is how my life is gonna be. I'm gonna have a documentary one day, and things are just gonna happen. So it's like, I don't know if it's like a people say I've got a winner's mentality, but I've always had this thing where things will work out, and I'm just always going to give my best. If they don't work out, they will still work out.
But I've been following all the interviews that you've done since you were crowned, right?
Yeah.
And because, you've got, this degree and in philosophy and, there's this cloud of, oh, she's so smart around you. Okay. So yes, you're beautiful. I mean, you're Miss South Africa, but also there's a huge, she's so smart cloud around you. Do you find that you get to interviews and they're asking you about the pie and, the periodic...
what's the food like at the hotel?
Periodic table. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, okay, guys, smart, not that smart. Let's be normal here.
No, I just have to brag a bit. I handed in my last honors paper yesterday.
Okay.
I'm done with my honors. But anyway, like
what was it? Can we ask what it was about? Because obviously you have to write like an honors.
On my thesis. My thesis was on the human security implications of hydropower projects, specifically in the DRC.
You're gonna have stop. Alex, kill the music. Johannesburg. Let's. I just need to calm the situation down right now. So Miss South Africa is in here, right? She's here to talk to us. Frankie asked her, what's her honors paper on? And then she proper went Bill Nye the Science Guy on us.
she used words I still don't think we understand.
Come back. What is your paper on?
It was on the human security implications of hydropower projects, specifically the Grand Inga hydropower project in the DRC and the Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia. So I wanted to look, because the amount of, from what I've researched, the amount of hydropower energy in the DRC.
That's windmills.
Yeah, no, this is water. So can power up the entire Africa. So you know how we've been struggling with Eskom.
With power,
and
we
power
can actually
outage?
do it ourselves.
We can actually do it ourselves because it's in the DRC. So actually South Africa has actually bought energy from Inga 3, like 50% of it, if I'm not mistaken. So that is enough to power up the entire Africa. So all our energy problems would be alleviated if that dam were to be realized.
So give me that title again.
The human security implications of hydropower projects. My case studies were the Grand Inga Power Project and the Great Ethiopian Renaissance.
I just want to say and world peace somewhere. So whenever you're free, whenever you can give me like a moment to just like jump in and say
world peace
and world peace. I mean, so I like the manifestation of things, but I mean, when you are there and there are 10 goals, Shudu, and I must say this was the strongest year that we have had in South Africa in a while. I mean, my team will vouch for me that every time I'd come back from judging, especially when we chose the top 10, I said to my team, I don't care, anyone can win. All 10 of them are good for it, And most importantly, I think your 3 with Natasha and Tato, it's like the strongest 3 that we've had in a very long time. How do you keep, because you're the queen, so you always have to be like one step above. What's your process in making sure that you are always one step above?
I think I also have to agree with you when I said it could have been anyone's game. Like, I think when I was around the girls, I got to a point where you can be confident and then you're looking around, you're just like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, if you look to this side and then Melissa's there, and then you look to this side and then it's Natasha, and it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like I remember, like before you guys announced top 5, I looked up to the heavens. I'm like, I'm actually okay with this, because if it's not me, because I was looking around, I'm like, it can actually be anyone's game, So I was looking around thinking every single woman that's on the stage is so deserving. So I remember looking up, if you watch the show, like I remember looking up thinking, Lord, it's okay, because I knew every single person was deserving. But in how I work was after you guys announced top 5, I was like, this is mine.
Oh, just because, like that.
No,
Really?
Because I knew, my thing was, I knew when it came to question and answers, anyone could have taken it, right?
Yeah.
But when it came to my final statement,
That was it.
It was it. Because I was like, I remember my prayer was, it's fine if I don't win, but let me say my final statement. Let me say my final
I've
statement.
got goosebumps.
So I think it's about always knowing my why. Every single person has their why, but my why is so important to me that I feel like it always makes me want to do better. You know, like it always, because so for me, I remember saying that prayer with the top 5. I was like, if I made, like once I made it to top 5, my prayer constantly as I was walking, I'm like, I just need to say my final statement. So question comes, it's fine, but let me just say my final statement.
Which is funny because I could see some of the other girls mouthing, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. And she's just running after the final statement.
I was just running up to the final statement the whole time. So I remember even before the show, I was like, I don't care what happens, just let me say my final. So during dress rehearsals, this is what happened actually. They were like, okay, you can actually just count to 30. You don't have to say your final statement. But I wanted to say it even then because I was like, it needs to get out.
Even in rehearsal.
It needs to get. So it didn't get out in rehearsal. So I was like, it has to get out on the finale.
And it did in the finale, and it got her the crown. In studio with Anele and the club, we've got your Miss South Africa. Felix Giant with Jasmine Thompson. Ain't nobody loves me better. With Anele and the club in studio, Miss South Africa.
Hello everyone, I am Shudufhadzo Musida. I'm 23 years old and I live in Johannesburg. I'm a philosophy, politics and economics graduate from the University of Pretoria, currently pursuing my postgrad at the University of Witwatersrand. I am passionate about the economic and educational empowerment of women and children, and if I were to be accepted into Miss SA, I'd love to use this as a platform for my advocacy. Thank you so much for your time.
What I love the most in all the things that you said, Shudu, in the lead up from when you first sent in your video to when you got the crown, was you need to find one thing to love about yourself, because it's so easy to find a lot of things that you don't love about yourself. When you woke up this morning, what did you love about yourself?
What I love? The fact that I woke up, because I love to sleep. But
On time.
No, like I was like, girl, you did that. But
Small victories.
Small victories. because literally, and that's what I always advocate for, like small victories. 'Cause waking up is so hard. So when I woke up this morning, I'm like, girl, well done. Well done. I love that about you. You actually woke up on time this morning.
Crown 3 weeks ago, Miss South Africa's in studio, and she says that as soon as, because we obviously started, panting that she's going to be here, and her mom, who listens to the show and the stations, calls and says, hey, I heard you are being advertised on 947. Is that true? I'm like, yes, it's your mom. If she says advertised. Advertised. And yes, mom, she is officially here. And apparently you guys love doing the Discount 10,000 Rand pop quiz. Mm-hmm. Well then, Alex, let's do it. We've got 10 questions in 60 seconds. Your Miss South Africa is going to go through the one that we did earlier today.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Are you fine, Frankie?
Hold on, were you listening?
No,
she was getting ready. She just woken up.
Just checking.
Okay, here we go. The Discount 10,000 Rand pop quiz with your Miss South Africa. Hit us, Frankie.
What does the acronym DVD stand for?
Digital video disc.
Oh, wow. True or false? All African countries practice left-hand traffic.
False.
What is the collective noun for thieves?
Gang.
True.
Spell the word feasible.
FEASIBLE.
Yes.
Complete the phrase. May the force
be with you.
Yes.
What is the extreme fear of thunder and lightning known as?
Astrophobia.
Yes.
Wow. Schaefer Smith Jr. is the real name of which So Sick singer?
Neo.
Yes.
In which South African city was the HBO series Raised by Wolves shot?
Cape Town.
Yes.
Which musician is married to sports star Russell Wilson?
Sierra.
Yes.
What do you call a female fox?
A vixen.
Yes. And she wins us all 10.
Look, I mean, that's a small prize compared to the prizes she has won, hey?
Tell us about that. I want to know about your Mercedes Benz. I want to know about your apartment.
The first thing that my sister said to me when she got to the hotel room after I won was, we got the apartment.
Oh, we got the apartment.
We got the apartment. Because I think she knew how excited I was. Like, to be honest, I knew there were prizes, but I only knew of 2 prizes because they were very, attractive to me. Like, the R1 million is great, but the apartment...
The R1 million is great.
You
shove
it
the
aside.
R1 million is great, but there's an apartment
There's
here.
an apartment here. There's a car here, and they're both very, amazing. So when I got to the apartment, the first time they showed it to us before the finale, I got inside. I'm like, yo, I want this place.
This is my room.
I could see myself entertaining there. I was like, yo, I want this place.
You go to the toilet, like, this one I want to pee.
No, I even took videos. I was taking videos in the bathroom. Like, this is gonna be my spot. This is me.
The watch is gonna fall over here.
Yes,
Over
I
here.
literally planned it out. And in my mind, I was like, "There's no other way." So we sat down. We started like chilling all together there. And the whole time, I'm looking around. I'm like, "Yo, I love these girls, but this is my apartment."
They can visit.
They can visit.
Oh, they can visit.
I even told them, I'm like, "We can all come stay here when you want." But in my mind, I just like, "This is my apartment." so with the prizes, like, I love every single prize that I got. We got R1 million. We got a car. We got the apartment, and a lot of stuff from the sponsors. But for me, the most important thing was like our own life. It was the apartment, just having your own space. And just, enjoying.
And
your
also
own
in
space.
such like it's perfect. It's prime position. It's in Sandton.
It's
You know
beautiful.
that
And it's
building is
beautiful.
amazing.
And it's
I know
beautiful.
because my dad stays in that building.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a bit of a regular. I come to the Switch over there as well every now and then when I'm coming to visit my dad, and it is like pristine. I absolutely love it. So
No, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Is there anything that you had to change?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Central Square is literally perfect. Like you can't even see the washing machine and the everything is just so neatly placed. I'm just like, yes, this is my dream apartment. This is my dream.
and the view is
And the
insane.
view. Yeah, last night I was actually sitting outside with Venda, and we were like looking at the view, and we just sat there while the sun went down, and we sat there from like 5:30 till like 9, just looking at the view. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
See, those are people with no problems. That you can sit for 4 hours doing nothing.
Just looking at the
Just looking
sunset.
at the sunset.
Yeah.
Listen, when we come back, we're going to go to the headlines real quick, right? When we come back, a final test for her. We've got 3 questions. You know when you're writing exams and you go through past papers? We've got past papers for you from international pageants.
This reminds me of matric. Good luck to all my matrics out there.
We're going to do past papers of international pageants, 3 questions that we'd like for you to answer. And then, Miss South Africa, we will be done with you. Listen, you just joined us. Good morning. We are with Miss South Africa. But before we put her through the past papers, I must let you know what's your status on the way, brought to you by Outsurance. Send us your latest status update. We're going to guess a few things about you, how old you are, what line of work you're in, what you weigh, are you a man, are you a woman, what do you drive, where do you live, all those particular things. Right now, as you can hear, this is the official pageant music.
It's the inspiration.
Shudu, we are going to give you a few questions from past international pageants. These were the winning questions, eh? These were the ones that gave the people the crowns. So we'd like for you to answer them. Frankie and Timbekile are going to play as judges.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to pop on your headphones? So
She's got wonderful earrings that now you must cover up.
Yeah, you see.
Okay, there you go. Headphones are in. Here is your question. And you can play along in the car as well and answer it for yourself if you want to be Miss Universe or Miss World.
Yo, the suspense music is yo, I'm scared.
Are leaders of today doing enough to protect future generations from climate change? If not, what more should they be doing?
Oh, I'm supposed to answer that.
That's you, Shoot.
Oh, okay. I believe that the current leaders of today they're doing their best, but together we can do more. I think in terms of climate change, it's not only up to them, it's up to all of us to make a change, to make sure that there's a sustainable future for future generations. So they're doing as much as they can, but it's about all of us putting in a collective effort.
Within 30 seconds, my girl. Within 30 seconds. You don't want to hear the whilst you're still speaking, eh? All right, judges.
Let me just confer here with my other. I'm going to go great answer, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, then.
I do believe we found our next ambassador to the United Nations.
Oh, there you go. All right, next question.
Recently, many countries have seen protests in their streets. Some have led to violence. Is protest a positive way to create change?
I think so. If you look at the South African history, it was through protest that we got our freedom, I believe. So I think depending on how it's done, because it does lead to violence sometimes, I think it is a positive way to communicate what people want. And that's how us as South African people have made about or brought about change in our country. So it's a 50-50, but in our country's context, it has led to a lot of change, I believe.
There you go.
Well done.
Full marks. Full marks.
Also,
distinction.
Timbekile likes a protest day, so it's just
I got my sneakers on as we speak.
He likes to cover a protest. He's like, I'll chase this one.
He's ready.
I'll also give full marks.
There you
Full
go.
marks.
We have got one more. There you go.
What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
Wow.
I would like to quote Zozivini Tunzi and say, leadership. I really believe like leadership is the most important thing, because watching that answer that she gave last year, I got to sit where I am today. So leadership and representation are quite important in for young girls today, because through that do we get to build a nation of empowered women who are going to build and empower nations. So yeah, leadership and representation.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Judges, are you crowning?
Yeah, no. We've got, is it Miss Universe, Miss World?
Where are we going? Are we going to? And I think everybody's tuned in for that, and not just South Africans, around the world, because obviously I believe we're a target when it comes to the international pageants. They always look to see what we're doing, and then kind of like work accordingly. And I think the entire pageant world is waiting to hear where you're going. Are you going to Miss Supernatural? Are you going to Miss Universe? Are you going to Miss World?
I can tell you that it's between world and universe.
Okay.
And the decision for me has to lie with what I'm trying to do, like in the broader space, like in the 5-year plan, 10-year plan. So I'm not sure what I'm leaning more towards. It's just that Miss Universe is amazing, it looks amazing, but Miss World with the Beauty and the Purpose campaign, it's getting to me. But as soon as I know, I will release a little video, just as I've agreed with Frankie, and tell everyone.
She says she's going to do one of the Beyonce ones.
One of the Beyonce ones.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
so I've decided today that I will be going to... Wait for it. Not now.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Miss South Africa, Shudufhadzo Musida. And now I'm going to break protocol quickly. Which Beyonce song do you want to hear?
Before I let go, I was celebrating with that song.
Okay, we do have Before I Let Go. That's from Homecoming, hey?
Yeah.
Luckily, if we don't have it, Anele will sing it for us.
Oh no.
I have faith. I have faith.
We don't have it.
We don't have it on the system.
Oh my word! I think I had played it once, but I probably brought my own
What
flash
song
disc.
do you have? Because I'm actually a fan.
Give me another one.
Wait, which one do you want to play after you win Miss World?
After I win Miss World. Oh, actually, you just called me out.
I've been there before, Shudu. I'm older than you. You will learn who your big sister is. Me.
I thought I was smart, but you're like, no, sis, no, not today. What song would be great? Maybe even EXO. Do you have EXO?
Oh, I love you like EXO. You love me like EXO. Do you know that John Mayer covered that song?
Really?
He did. You must look it up.
I need to watch it.
He did. Oh, there we go. This is the song that made me cry at Global Citizen.
You can see you're tearing up already.
I am already. Now you will win Miss World. Now, young girl, you will win Miss World. This is for Miss South Africa, soon to be Miss World. Shudufhadzo Musida, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a dream come true for me. Now, when I listen on the radio, I'm like, I've been there. I've been there. And thank you to everyone that's listening.
Mornings are more fun.
With Anele and the club. Hey!
And you.
On 947.